Probably going to need another army, or to give Jose Francisco Soto a bit of a promotion so that he can command more than just 24 units. I could give him more than 24 units, but I will not, because that harms their effectiveness in battle. I don't need more of this. I will need more of this. I want to work my way down here because I'll eventually be able to get that extra research slot. So I guess collectivist ethos has got to go my way. Jake, why not land at the capital and then push towards the other port with more troops? Capital has 2 divisions on it, and when you make a naval invasion you take absurdly high penalties unless you have marines. I do not have marines. I wonder what you guys are going to do. Yeah, I'll summon everybody together when it's time. Actually, you know what? You could just have you guys join up in this. I know it's a bit of attrition to march your way down there, but you are also some of my best men. One of you are either even seasoned, and I'm happy about that. Okay, you have got to go. Tempted to not even wait for these seasoned guys to arrive, since I am on a bit of a time limit with the other one. Could give you more planes, but now we'll keep some in reserves. Don't know if we're going to have to back up any of these. Ecuador is going to fall. They're going to fall hard. I do like the fact that they are doing construction effort for us, though. I quite like to wait and get that. It'll be a free factory for me. But I would also like Ecuador to die. We got any Ecuadorians in the chat today? I'm not even remotely sorry for what I'm about to do to your country, but trust me, it's for the greater good. Attack. So we have an overwhelming advantage here in terms of numbers and probably in terms of the equipment that we're using, so he's going to have to run away. If I wanted to truly minimize my losses here, I wouldn't even punch into the mountains here. I would make my way around so I will have them fully encircled. But I don't see that as being a particular issue right now. They fall, and they fall, and they fall. And again, so does my manpower. Kinda need that manpower, you know. Okay, I don't want him making his way to the capital, so please engage him. Stop him from backing them up. There's really no need to be going that way. I guess one of you can, but 2 of you just attack there. The sooner the capital falls, the sooner all of Ecuador does. Every casualty hurts. Seriously, it hurts. And like I said, do not allow them to reinforce. Even if we're fighting losing battles, I just need to stop them from making their way to Quito. Jake, set up the naval when you attack. Maybe move. They may be moved to the front. Oh, the enemy defends their capitals like crazy. I can finally start making our way with the tanks. It was tanks I said I'd work on, right? Yeah, probably. Okay, Quito will not last. And then again, these battles aren't going particularly amazing for me. They've got to go. And we're getting valuable experience, probably. Alright, they're almost out of organization for the uninitiated. And once they do, they will flee. Their capital will be ours. Well, that is assuming that none of them actually reinforce, but because we decided to engage everybody in battle... Oh, no, looks like they did make it there. So this battle, yeah, they're going to get reinforcements, unfortunately. Well, unless I'm unlucky, but... Well, unless they are unlucky, but now there we go, they got them in. Look at that huge amount of defense. There is very little chance for me to plow my way through that. This is going to be a bit of an expensive war for... Oh, holy crivens. These are not units that I had available to lose. Oh well, it's all for the greater good, probably. At least there's an achievement waiting for me to unlock it with regards to manpower. Okay, we're forcing them away. If we can just punch our way through here. Alright, that keeps them to the south. They will not be able to reinforce up north. I need these guys mercilessly taken out. And there we go. We'll get ourselves some more bonuses. I would like to get... it's going to be all about the tanks. I really should just keep this going so that when I eventually have some tanks, they hit like trucks. Or maybe hit like tanks. I also need some support equipment pretty badly. I need everything. Truly need everything. Still want my industry to be better. It's pretty crummy at the moment and I still never even learned about this. No, we need to start thinking about getting some actual support for our units who we're just sending in blindly to die here. My favourite kind of being sent to die. Okay, once again, once that org is gone, and it is going fast, they will die and we will win. So everybody pile on. And whatever you do, don't allow them to reinforce. Now I would be able to research this fairly swiftly, but it's also ahead of time there, so we're going to hold off on that just long enough for me to look at something else. Yeah, I could go doctrine. Not going to go artillery since that's going to use up one of my bonuses. Yeah, like I said, I could go doctrine, and I should always be checking out my doctrines. There we go. That was expensive. That was more expensive than I wanted it to be. But there we go. Ecuador is now ours. That hurt our manpower pretty badly. That was a bigger hit than I really should have allowed to happen. So what I want, what do I want? You're all ready to go. So I'm going to tell you to deploy. You can only deploy from here because you can only deploy from core states. Boom. How many were you? It's not even much point in doing more of that. More than I required, actually. I could send 4 of you away somewhere. But you 24 go here. You are going to be under the supreme leadership of Jose Francisco Corral. Keeping it in the family, probably. These 4 I'm not so sure about yet. Probably just keep them hanging back as reinforcements. Probably faster deploying from there. And then we can have you move over here. And then there are you folks, which again... yeah, we'll have you go from a different place maybe. But we'll also have you over here. And you guys will not be the defensive part. I think you should be the offensive part. I don't have a lack of... how did I say I was going to punch this? It's very tricky to punch our way through here. I think I will punch this way. They don't have the units to hold behind this. I'm going to have you guys ready to attack from here, whilst you guys are going to be the defenders, because you're not quite babies, but near enough. How I wish I could produce something other than just plain old gun. Collectivist ethos down. Doctrine effort would be nice, but I really want to make my way down here so I can get some, well, you know. Jake, would it be worth keeping an eye on the dock and using those 4 extra units as an opportunity to force if they abandon the dock? It would be hard for me to tell if they abandon the dock, but you are right, it's a good idea to do that. Where are those 4 guys? This is what we'll do then. We'll have this as a plan. And we will observe this dock. If they abandon it, we'll do it. And I will have this planned out so that I'm ready to jump at the touch of a hat. That did not make any sense, but it didn't have to. But whilst we consider this, we need to start thinking about another war. Peru are getting in our way, and they have long since stood in our way. They have the oil, they got a touch of tungsten, which is good for, oh, well, forget that. Bolivia, Paraguay, Argentina. What are they doing with all that steel? All that oil? Chile. Right, it's decided. We've got to head south. I need that steel. Saves me sending off all my factories to America. Alright, so that decides it. Justifying war goal against Peru. Doesn't really matter what we decide to call our own. I mean, we could decide that lots of it needs to be ours, but forget that. We only need to declare a claim on one province, or one state. We shall do that. Our war goal is available to the 31st of August, so we have time to prepare for Venezuela. Not a lot of time granted, but some time. And I plan to punch here. I plan to punch hard. Ooh. Supply is not great here. We might end up choking. But then again, our units are so small, they probably don't require much supply. I can get an exact number on that. I hate taking attrition walking through this stuff. Yeah, our weight is only 0.7. So, nah. Nah, we're fine. Yeah, the attrition I'm taking here is pretty punishing. Means I'm not going to be able to reinforce anyone. I hear this land is not the best for walking through. Okay, you guys, I wish for you to set up an defensive line rather. Let's not mix the two up here. And I'm going to give you a very vague goal of surrounding the enemy capital. I don't think I'm going to have you actually ever do that, but I need to have that just in case. Your job is to defend from the enemy's attacks. I don't think anybody's going to be attacking these fellows. Certainly hope they don't. But if they do, they're going to be situated in the mountains. They'll be safe. Jake, get mountaineers if you go south. Could be useful. Could certainly be useful. Because, yeah, fighting in these mountains is horrible. But there's so much to research. I need to be researching tanks. I need to have good tanks, so doctrine is important, and I want to get my support equipment done. So I can actually have some level of support. Manpower is so important to me right now. Of course, my air and my navy is consuming some of that. So you'll be having an eye here. If they ever move away from here, heaven knows if they will, but if they do, I'll be ready for them. I am ready and willing to receive their bombardment of units. This is the weak point for me, because they can attack from the north and slaughter me. Thankfully we have these guys keeping them good. Infantry equipment. Oh, it's manpower that these guys are hurting for. No kidding, we did get hurt right in the manpowers there. I don't like the fact that you guys are low in terms of fighting force, but I probably will just punch through and then consolidate. And again, I could consolidate you guys as you are now, but tricky, isn't it? How are we doing on that war goal? It's good until the 31st of August, just as well I noticed that, because it would be so like me not to take advantage there. So you're a little beaten, but most of you are pretty good. I could well... You know, I'd really do well to just dismiss some of these guys. I know I trained them up and all, but that manpower is better spent on some of these others. I want that manpower pulled back. So we got some 9,000 manpower. You should drink it up fairly swiftly. Glug, glug, glug. Oh, jings, that didn't last long. But it topped up a good chunk of you. also severely reduced the amount of training that you had. But hey, let's try this. It probably won't go so well. Jake, is manpower recovery a thing in Hoi 4? Yes, but it is slow. It is very slow. Look at this. Monthly growth in states, recruitable 226. So 226 soldiers become available to me each month. It takes 3,000 to recruit one of my extremely wimpy divisions. Extremely wimpy. Okay. Jake Plains. I'm glad someone's paying attention here. We've actually got a fairly good location here, so we're going to have you fly over here. We're going to send all of our fighters in. We do not have enough manpower to have these fighters active. Thankfully, these fighters should be enough on their own. Should, can't be certain of that, but get to it, lads. Oh, it was all part of Northern South America anyway. Now, I'm not convinced that this is going to go all that swimmingly. I need to hope that I can punch through quite swiftly here, that they will allow me to cross this river without too much distraction, and that I can jump my way over to Caracas without issue. It might work. It might. Bumping up that world tension just a wee bit more. 5.3% this time for declaring war in Venezuela. I will not have either of these units do their plans at the moment. Look at this. Estimated value plan minus 80%. Considered to be at our disadvantage. Well, what I do have is I have these guys entrenched, giving them 10% defense if the enemy decides to attack. I decide to attack. I want to push my way onto their capital. Their capital is Desert, which shouldn't hurt us too badly. And we have the glorious Jose Francisco Soto, who should crush our enemy here. He doesn't have too much hurting him. He's involved in multiple conflicts, and we have air superiority. We do, however, have stacking penalty, but not... well, actually, more than I would desire. Could we get maybe the most babby of all of you? I'll take you guys and just tell you to hang tight. And that should hopefully remove a chunk of it. We've got all these reserves coming in, though. Oh, wow, we plowed through them. The enemy is deciding to attack us, though. This isn't so good. As I suspected, this is the weak point, and they are well aware of that. I want you to push through, but I'm actually going to take a few of you and have you keep that one reinforced. You won't be entrenched, but I'm confident in this stack's ability to push forward. This is unfortunate. They did decide to hold out from here, but they've also decided to abandon this. So please, make your attack. There's a problem with this. I don't actually have the superiority. Let's get that on the go. We actually need to patrol in order for these guys to actually get out there. I just hope that they don't see this trap coming. But even though we're punching across the river, we just have to go for it. Alavet at DDRJ. Oh man, it's Swedish. Sod that language. It's not really a language. It's just gargling things. So we're hurting here, but not too badly. We will push across. Caracas will be ours one way or t'other, and... hello, I think we have secured ourselves a port, gentlemen. Okay, great. That means we have enough supply around here coming on in. So please... where's that fleet of ours? I would like to know quite a bit about... well, actually, we'll get you guys over there. And I want you holding out right there. So I want to know where their units are. If they are going to stop, then I am going to push. Push, push, push. Alright, he's probably well aware of the mistake that he has made. He's jumped back onto his capital. Our line of defense is holding strong. We don't even have a commander. We don't even need a commander. I should probably give them a commander. It's only 10. Would love to give them a better commander since they're about to do the most vital part of this operation. The capital must fall. March in, secure it, destroy the enemies. If we make our way across this river... oh, what's this? France and Britain announce alliance. Calling upon bonds forged during the Great War, France has requested a formal alliance with Britain, citing unspecified threats against the stability of Europe. Today the request was approved by the British Parliament and France has joined the Allies. So France probably took the go with Britain focus. Incredibly, nationalist Spain continue to hold on and they're pushing against Zaragoza. In fact, they're pushing against Madrid. I don't know where this newfound gusto comes from, but they have a lot to push back to retake Iberia. German Reich working on the First Vienna Award. They've already decided to carve up Czechoslovakia, the good old Munich Agreement. Only important people invited to that. Phew. There's a lot of talking. Jake, is this world conquest? Not quite. There's a lot of world to take over, and I'm not quite sure if I have the touch to do that, but I certainly wish to take over the new world. Starts with south, and then we gotta head north. Not sure how to quite deal with Mexico. War plan orange. Unsure. Well, who am I to stop you, US? Okay, so Peru are well aware that I'm gunning them down. I've almost lost 1,000 of my own men, which I certainly do not like. This battle appears to be going fairly well for us. I just need to destroy them. If they decide to back up, then that's good for me. If they... well, most of what they can do will be good for me, as long as it involves moving these units. If they move them from here to there, then my massive stack can cross the river. However, we're not making very much headway here. Alright, nationalism focus is done for us. That gives us fascism support. Not important, but getting militarism and military youth are. I need that extra recruitable population. Hell, I need everything that will give me population. I can also modify my government, and I'm quite keen to get a theorist, since it'll give me experience gain all along the way, and it'll give me doctrine. But I would also really like to change this so I can actually use some more of my factories. And I want to not export everything I have, but that's tricky. Service by requirement, yeah, extensive... wait, it's all adults serve would be the next one, and whilst it would be twice as good, I think I'll pass on that. Division attack? I mean, I'm not drowning in political power, but I am the one going on the attack here. So let's go for that. Get ourselves 10% better units. Not that that helps all that much against such an entrenched individual. Okay, this is not so good. I should have defended this, but I did not, and now I'm engaged in multiple conflicts whilst... yeah, surrounded, encircled, jings. I made a big mistake by not defending that one province. Oh well, mistakes were made. At least we're slowly but surely pushing our way across here. I need your own org to hold out, and if we can just destroy the fellows across this river. Okay, they are focusing on us hard here. We might be able to take advantage of that one way or t'other, but seems they want to keep a good defense going themselves. Okay, I made a terrible mistake by not holding on to my own. I made the mistake that they did, so poor show by me. This is going to be a very hard river to cross. They have so much defense going on for them. There is a line of thought that says punch through here, then here, then here, to try and back up my people. We have all these reserves who aren't even getting involved in this fight, so they will get involved, I'm sure. Alright, terrible move by me, but it's a move that I made, and a move I'm going to have to live with. I want those better weapons, but I'm going to have to wait a little bit on them. Quarter of a year, so what's that, like 90 days or so? What can I research in 90 days that isn't using up my my boost there? Really, I'd like some field... oh wait, no, I got the bonus to this. That'll be done in 40 days, which is even better. Jings, they have so many here that it's... these guys are going to find it very hard, so I will be losing plenty there. Fortunately, though, these guys are getting demolished. Right, there we go. I want to grab you. Oh, I can't actually attack there since we are under attack. Regrettable. As long as I keep their capital at least under pressure. They're recruiting more units as well. This is dire times for me. And then they keep throwing more units onto this, so they know they can't afford to lose this river. But I'd really rather not lose those 4,000, or rather 4 divisions. Keep on pushing, lads. I need you to make it. It's pretty important to me. They're piling on everything they can here. Jake, is an opportune time to attack via the west. Not sure if opportune is the word here, since I would incur quite a few losses, and it's not like they're hurting us much by just sitting there. Plus, we are so nearly pushed through here. Every unit they have here is almost completely lost in org. But then we are also losing badly in terms of, well, everything here. Those units are likely to be destroyed before long. I need to push through here. I need to push here so badly. Oh, I think these guys these days are numbered. Well, they fought admirably, dying for my cause. I'm not sure if I need more of these, whereas what I could do with is more of that. And I could be constructing, well, anything really, but these military factories are going to be a necessity. Come on, just gotta push through here. Oh, they are throwing so many units onto this. And they have no organization. Alright, they are running. Alright, come on, lads. We need to make it across there. We did. Okay. They can try all they might, but they're not going to make it through this. Unless they cut us off, which would be disastrous. So let's have you reinforce that, please. Now, just taking their capital might not be enough. In fact, I doubt it will be. They probably have some other cities, like this one here, that need to be taken. Okay, this is rather nice. They are about to be cut off. In fact, I can do a whole load of cutting off if I just secure their capital. Okay, good. That should help there. This province is utterly unguarded. Might be able to get there before they do. I'll be there in 3 days, 5 hours. I'll be there in 4 days. Okay. Regrettable, but they will be keeping that. Yeah, the real regrettable part was losing all those units. Right, I want that capital gone. Then it might be better just to surround them on their capital, even though it's going to be hell to take. But it does keep them all secured in one place, at the very least. It's desert, that is plains. No, I think it's somewhat better to just keep them there, for the time being at least. And if I can keep them there, they won't be going anywhere else. I can just destroy the rest of their army. Finally, I can get motorized. I'll be going for that in about 30 days, I think. So there we go, half surrounded. Jake, how are the losses looking? Disastrous for me. And I think I'm still fabricating on Peru, right? Oh, that's going to be done in 50 days. And Peru is not going to be a cakewalk either. They have a lot of units. I might just have to let that one pass me by. Because, yeah, these guys, they have bolstered their defenses something nasty.